Okay, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. I hope it's good to be where you are because it is certainly good to be here. My name is Baltimore Facts and this is Mud City. All right. Okay, so here we go. Just once again, inspiration has struck. I wasn't going to really work on videos this week. I wanted to do some actual, like research, and because I want to start season 2 by the end of the week. But we have a snow day here in Baltimore today, so plans sort of changed as to what sort of could happen today. And so I sat down, and after my first sort of foray into the chat rooms, or live chat or whatever, over this weekend, I decided I hadn't really seen many of Richard Lopez's videos. I don't know why. Just the rabbit hole just really, I guess, never brought me in his direction, I guess. And although realizing that he's a flat earther, maybe I don't know how long he's been doing that, but I might have seen some of his flat earth videos. I've pretty much been a flat earther for a few years now, and I stopped watching most of those videos and most of that content. I really wasn't crazy about the direction a lot of it was going, and there seemed to be a lot of repeat information, so I just fell away from that. I just stopped. I came to my own conclusions about what flat earth is, and I moved on. And and then Mudflood kind of brought me back in, and here we are today. So I was watching his video on somatic patterns. Of course, it's a very interesting topic for me, especially with all the churches and things. And I don't know, I was looking at this chart and I realized that this graphic that he had brought up in his video had the chords that made these patterns. And this one jumped right out at me, and I was like, is that the one I think I see this one all the time. So I brought up the picture, right, from this church. And I thought maybe that pattern was this, right? This church is just like a block from my house, right? And so I was like, what chord is that? It's D2. So I tortured my poor wife and the intrepid Mr. X with busting out the keyboard, and we have an old-timey sort of piano that I got for free. It's a little flat, so I didn't record it for this video. But I have a Casio keyboard, which I did use. I'm going to play the eventual chord, and a guitar, of course. And so I was like, okay, let's go. And when I've talked about being in a band and stuff. I'm not a musician. I've never practiced. I can't read music. I don't know chords. I just know that if you put a guitar or something in my hands, I'm gonna, there's with around people who know what they're doing, we're gonna have a good time. And so I was like, okay, let me figure out what the D2 chord is. And I messed around with that for a while, and then I looked at the church, what it was, and it's not that D2. It was so I'll just show you. I'll just briefly tell you how I'm going here. And so I was like, I want to make the sound of that church, so I want to find out what it is. And, it's a pipe organ, right? And so I looked at it, and I brought it up, and I counted the floor. I'm going to call these leaves, I guess, right? So it was 1, 2, it's 12, right? It's 12. And so then I wanted to find, was there one with 12 is there one with 12? And there is. It's this one here. It's F sharp 2, whatever that means, right? Has 12 in it. And that's the church. So I was like, yeah, F sharp 2. Let's find out what F sharp 2 sounds like. So I recorded 20 seconds of it through a church organ setting. All right, and here that is now, 20 seconds worth. Okay, and we're back from that. So that was F sharp 2. Yeah, I don't know how you felt about that. It definitely, when you listen to it for like in a continuous stretch like that, you could definitely feel that it has effects. Yeah, at least I could. I couldn't imagine what being exposed to just that one note for a very long period would do. You know, I'm kind of curious. Maybe I'll set up a loop and see how I feel after about 5 minutes or something. Um, so yeah, so this is, I just want to also demonstrate, this is how I got that fingering for the keyboard. Because although I mentioned playing in bands and stuff, I am the world's worst musician. Again, I like to say I'm intuitive, and so I never practiced. I don't know scales or chords or anything like that. But if you put a couple of different instruments in my hand, I can make some fun sounds, and if I'm with people who really know what they're doing, we have a good time. Um, and I'm sure as Mud City carries me forward, I'll find ways to talk about my music. Um, so I wanted to see what else could we find out about F sharp 2. All right, and Amazon sells it. uh, all right, they talk about the chords in here, and I'm not, because I found something really quick, and I'm not about to school anybody on music, because again, I don't understand music, and this is gonna make me get into it, I think, a little bit more now. They talk about the scales and the chords and where F probably falls in the musical scale. Right, but then as I scrolled down, I kind of found this, and I was like, "What is this? F sharp programming language." All right, so I got to figure out what the programming language for F sharp is. I don't understand what any of that is, and so here it is. I'm like, "That's an interesting, that's an interesting logo." I don't know what that has to do with F sharp. It doesn't even make the F sharp pattern, which I think would be better if they had that kind of as a logo instead. But who knows? Maybe if you pervert F sharp, it makes this kind of pattern. I don't know. So here it says F. So I figured, once I came across this, and I read through it, of course, very, very quickly, and I realized I understood none of it. But the only thing I understood was there's a connection here. Let's make a video. So it says F sharp is a strongly typed, multi-paradigm programming language that encompasses functional, imperative, and object-oriented programming methods. F sharp is most often used as a cross-platform common language infrastructure language, but it can also generate JavaScript and graphics processing unit code. Now, to me, that's a very interesting statement, graphics processing unit. So, is F sharp the language of CGI? No, I don't know. But that's what this makes me want to think when I read that. Let's find out what I haven't clicked on that. I haven't gone this way. So, graphics processing unit is a specialized electronic circuit designed to rapidly manipulate and alter memory to accelerate the creation of images in a frame buffer intended for output to a display device. GPUs are used in embedded systems, mobile phones. See, oh my God, did you see the mobile phone image with the threes? Personal computers, electronic circuit designed to alter memory and to accelerate the creation of images. Are you kidding me? I don't know. F sharp, the semantic chord that comes out of that church. F sharp software that can generate graphics processing units, which are in our phones, and they alter memory. Well, I'm guessing they mean here computer memory, I guess, right? Rip Jaws. The heck is a ripjaw? Oh my RAM. Okay, so that's right. Yeah, so they're talking about computer memory. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Sure, they're talking computer memory, altering the memory, creation of images in a frame buffer intended for output to a display device, embedded used in embedded systems, mobile phones, personal computers, workstation, and game consoles. Okay, so they're manipulating our reality through computer programming that they've named F sharp again, which is the note that came from the schematic, the semantic pattern F sharp 2, which I tried to correlate with the church that was near my house. All right, so there you have it. That's it. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. I was just blown away by that sort of coincidence, and I'm going to tack on again that clip, that 20-second clip of the F sharp at the end here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. It was fun to bust out the instruments. I haven't done that in a long while, and so thank you guys for watching and listening and liking and sharing and subscribing. Over 300 now, which is amazing to me. Like I said, I thought I would be talking to hear myself talk or posting videos to post videos for myself. I'm so unbelievably grateful for everything that's happened here, and I look forward to participating in the future in live chats. Although I'm really terrible at keeping up with chat. It happens so fast, and I hunt and peck for my typed responses. I don't understand how to create links and things like this. I'm just so terrible at that kind of thing. But I'm looking forward to participating more. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much. Please, everyone, take care of yourselves. And until the next one, cheers.